think Rahane could take them all the way? Because the final is in Kolkata.
100%. There's no doubt that Rahane could take them all the way. And I think it could
It
turn
would be
out
crazy final if they manage to take it, winning at home.
Yeah, there are these 3 or 4 teams at the top which are just full of bazookas.
It's that time of the year again. It's the festival of cricket. It's the IPL. We are back after a big Champions Trophy win. Team India triumphed, and we are back again. And just maybe a week away, so. And with me, I have Jatin Paranjape, the former India cricketer. Sir, it's IPL time, and none of them will go back and just preview all the teams. But we'll start off with the defending champions, the men in purple, the Kolkata Knight Riders. I mean, what a beautiful season they had last year. And Shreyas, the captain, he led this side from nothing to everything. He got them the third title after 10 long years along with Gautam Gambhir. So what do you think, sir? What has the journey of KKR been all over the years? Kolkata Knight Riders had Gautam Gambhir as a player captain as well.
Yeah.
He had won them a couple of titles. One then the third title being the coach. So what do you reckon about KKR?
I think KKR is one of those massive franchises in the IPL, and I've watched so many games at the Eden Gardens where KKR is playing, and it's just a crazy atmosphere. That stadium itself, Eden Gardens, has got such a vibe to it, and when it's full of 100,000 people, rooting for KKR, and when Shah Rukh's there, it's just a great atmosphere. Gautam Gambhir took them home a couple of times, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And then he's come and done a great job for India now. So he will also probably be involved somewhere in the backroom conversations.
Yes.
But for me, I was really surprised that they did not retain Shreyas Iyer, or were not able to retain Shreyas Iyer.
They had tried to go for him in the auction, but at some stage, but they had to back out.
No, they could have just retained him, to start off with.
Okay.
And I was surprised that after you win the title and you don't retain the captain.
Yes.
But these retention conversations, Jihan, are very tricky.
Yes.
So
very tricky.
The relationship between the player and the franchise is extremely important.
Yes. I mean, the amount of retention also, it depends. Like the player asks here and there, then again your whole strategy changes for the team.
If it's here and there, it's okay. But if the player feels that he will get a lot more in the open market, which Shreyas felt, and he was proved right.
Absolutely.
So that's the player's point of view. But at some point, I think KKR might regret not going for Shreyas, because the way he's batting right now, he's I think going to take the IPL by storm. So all in all, really strong side, batting heavy outfit, and they have this X factor called Varun Chakravarti, who just keeps getting better and better.
So you just spoke about the captain. You just spoke about the captain Shreyas Iyer, the newly named captain here, which was an unlikely thing about in the form of Ajinkya Rahane. He was picked in the second part of the auction when he had gone unsold at once.
Yeah.
He was left out of captaincy in Rajasthan Royals in 2019, where he gave his captaincy to Steve Smith and had to bench himself because of lack of performance. Then shifted himself to Delhi Capitals, where he got a few amount of chances, not much. But again, he revived himself in CSK when CSK bought him in the 2022 auctions. And then from there onwards, he played some good knocks, and again to being the captain again for KKR after 6 long years. So what do you think about Rahane's comeback?
Yeah, I think his comeback should be judged after the season.
Yes.
Because they have put faith in him as the captain. Let's not forget that KKR's head coach is Chandrakant Pandit.
Yes.
And Chandrakant Pandit and Ajinkya Rahane go back a long way.
Absolutely.
KKR also have Abhishek Nair, who's from Mumbai. Now not officially with KKR, but I'm sure he'll always remain a friend of the franchise. So he's also a Mumbaikar. So there would be some strategy around this. Chandrakant Pandit is a high risk taking coach.
Absolutely.
He makes a lot.
He's got a lot of success.
Yes,
in the past.
A lot of success in domestic cricket, but he takes a lot of gambles. He's a gambler, and he obviously feels that there is a lot left in Ajinkya Rahane as a player, no doubt about his captaincy and the culture which he will bring to the team. But for me, I struggle to see how Ajinkya Rane will be given more than 4 or 5 chances in this IPL to come good. But let's hope for the best. He is a quality player. He has all the experience to tune his game to the IPL, and I think he will bat number three, and try to be the fulcrum around which all these other power hitters go about their business.
But sir, do you think this is kind of a big bold call, because with the likes of Sunil Narayan, Quinton de Kock, and maybe possibly even Andre Russell in the squad, they could have looked at them as a captain?
Yeah, I thought they could have looked as Quinton de Kock
Okay.
as a captain for sure. But maybe they feel that they need a local captain, because somebody who knows Harshit really well, somebody who
Okay.
knows Ramandeep really well,
Yes.
who knows Rinku really well. But all in all, it's a gamble. It's a gamble,
Uh, It
and
could pay off.
it
It
could
could
pay off.
definitely
It
pay
could pay
off.
off. It could pay off, and Ajinkya Rane could do brilliantly. But all in all, he is that one guy who seems to be a floater
Yes.
in this outfit, and it will all remain on how many games they give him if he doesn't click.
Yes.
And then who will they look at after that? Maybe
Yes.
Venkatesh Iyer could be looked at.
Yes.
Because he's leading MP. Chandrakant Pandit is the coach of MP as well. So I
Correct.
think that could be Plan B, according to me.
You just mentioned Venkatesh here. I mean, this IPL auction was all about record-breaking, fees. We saw a lot of records getting tumbled. Players, Venkatesh here being one of the first players to be one of the, most expensive player. What was the concept of not retaining Venkatesh Iyer and buying him back for a 23.5 crore fee?
I think the franchise read it wrongly in the end. But if I had been in the franchise's place, I would have done the same thing. I would have seen what the open market has to offer,
Correct.
or what the open market is willing to pay
Correct.
for Venkatesh Iyer, and that auction part went crazy. But kudos to KKR. They stuck their neck out. I think 28 crores.
23.5
Sorry,
crores.
23.5 crores is a lot of money. So they stuck their neck out.
Third most expensive player.
Yes, and Venkatesh Iyer is a damn good player.
Yes.
He is a tall guy. He has a lot of reach.
Yes.
And all flat tracks in the IPL. Boundaries not big. For a guy who's 6'2", left-hander again.
He even bowls.
Left-hander
Yes.
makes it difficult for the
Absolutely.
bowlers. Got a good, strong onside game. So all in all, definitely worth a lot of money. Whether it's worth 23, 24, 25, or 14, 15, 16, that's a matter of the open market, dictating its terms.
So pace attack, we're talking about pace attack now, going below in the lower batting order. We're talking about pace attack led by Harshit Rana. Suddenly, what a year this boy has been having, from dismissing Virat Kohli last year against RCB. He in fact gave him a send off, to making debuts in all the three formats within a year, making impressive. He's the only Indian player to take three or more wickets in all the three debuts he's made in the international format. So what do you think about Harshit? Right?
No, he bowls a heavy ball. He, like I've said always, that in T20 cricket, in white ball cricket, you need one bowler who is express pace. Harshit definitely is express pace. So it's good that he's been backed, and now that Gambhir is coach of India, he will also get all the support, in that Indian setup as well. So all in all, he becomes the leader of this attack within 12 months.
Yes.
Gone from a rookie to being the leader of this attack. Let's just hope his body stays in a good shape, and he stays fit, and I'm sure he'll bowl well.
With Harshit being the leader of the pace attack, we have another player who has shown what he can do, from being nothing to being everything. A player who's going to be leading the spin attack, Varun Chakravarti, the mystery spinner.
Yeah.
From the 2021 T20 World Cup, where he was raw, he was just picked up into the side, and it didn't go well, and he came in place of UC. But now, since a year, he's turned his tide around. He had a brilliant season with KKR last year. He was picked up into that ODI and T20 setup against England. He performed beautifully well, and now he picked up 9 wickets in 3 matches in the Champions Trophy, which was a key factor because it was a bold call, dropping Yashasvi Jaiswal and taking Varun. So, what do you think about Varun Chakravarti, since his form from 2021 till now?
No, I think he's a fantastic bowler. And he, I think, has the ability to come back. So what really impressed me was that in the final versus New Zealand,
Yes.
In the Champions Trophy final, he was being played very easily in the first 2 or 3 overs. but he came back and it changed things up a little bit, and then took the Kiwis by surprise completely. Again, I think Harshit and Varun are the leaders of this attack, and I will go to say that when Bumrah is not playing for India, Varun Chakravarti is the leader of that
Correct.
Indian white ball attack, bowling attack as well.
So if I would ask you about one strength of KKR and one weakness of KKR.
I think it's a team which pulls rabbits out of the hat. Rinku
Okay.
with those 4 or 5 sixers in a row. They are a never say die team. You can't write KKR off because they have a
It's
lot
a
of.
power pack squad.
It's a power pack squad. You have somebody gets out, a harder, a better player comes in. I think they are a team that you can't write off, and they've got a good coaching staff as well. And now I think Otis Gibson has
Yes.
joined them as well. So all in all, I don't think there's anything not to like about KKR. I think it's all about handling those last 2 or 3 do or die games.
Correct.
And if Ajinkya Rahane is in good form by then and still in the 11, I think he will do a fantastic job in those last 2 or 3 games.
They managed to take it and winning at home.
Yeah, there are these 3 or 4 teams at the top which are just full of bazookas.
Hey guys. So that's it from the Men in Purple. We'll be back with another episode very, very soon with another team. Please don't forget to follow the Khelomore India and Khelomore app on Instagram and YouTube.